I don't know, ghosts.
You were given the right to take vengeance. That's badass.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's almost like saying I have a license to kill, basically.
As long as you can give a decent reason, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
No, she
basically an
probably could have
inquisitor.
gotten away with killing that guy as
Yeah.
well. Just owned up to it.
She doesn't need to own up to it.
Anyways,
So we
the area is still quite busy because there's renovation and rebuilding efforts going on in the northeast section of the city due to the earthquakes that happened. As well as a bunch of other places. There's a whole bunch of new graves that need to be dug and all sorts. So people are just sort of like packed inside of the offices, and there's a whole ton of hubbub. You're not really sure half of what people are talking about in the slightest. But either way, you are able eventually to get to get to somebody remotely in charge, and they pretty much say that it's going to take a few days to get you an appointment with the Lord, but they might be able to shoehorn a visit to like the Department of Marcus, like within the next hour or two.
What gender is the person behind the counter?
Why is that relevant?
Just asking. It determines whether I go down one path or another path.
Roll a spot check.
Question is, which way does Sherbet swing?
In theory,
think
he could swing every way.
Yeah. Every which way.
Free love amongst all.
Spot, I didn't actually invest anything into that. That was clever.
Sherbet's sexuality is in fact helicopter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the figure behind like the reception desk is fairly thin, fairly small, basically because they're a fairy, and it's kind of hard for you to tell childlike fairy figures from any kind of gender denomination.
That's fine. Sherbet's just going to lean in close and he's going to look around and he's just going to go, "Do you know who I am?" Bluff check.
Oh, jeez.
You know, and he's going to make it out as if he's a really big deal, you know. He's like trying to egg it a little bit. He's, you know, kind of hiding himself from like...
Sherbet-chan!
By 1 point.
Yes, sir!
No. You failed by 1 point.
Oh!
Oh. Oh well.
So allow me to offer the rebuttal.
Oh, goodness.
Sure.
Do you know who I am? The Muffin Man.
The man who's going to be let out by security in 5 minutes?
Oh, man.
Sherbet will just look at them and then just go, "I understand, you must have a real queue. I'm sorry about that, I don't know what came over. A few days, you said."
Or the Marcus in an hour.
You can either see the Lord in a few days, or you can see the Department of Marcus now. Either way, you're getting out from in front of my reception desk.
Wasn't
I hope you have a
Marcus
pleasant
the
day.
really creepy guy that I saw last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherbet's just gonna like gauge the reaction and he's just gonna, "I hope you have a good day," and walk off.
Yeah, it's probably best waiting.
Although armed with Sherbet, it might be a bit better.
Oh, what, do you want to see Marcus then?
Well, if you remember correctly, Marcus was, when we went to visit the weird Marcus thing, it was a very weird situation. It was that really weird guy that kind of wanted to make a deal with me. But I don't have the best, my character doesn't have the best social skills. So, having a Sherbet
Okay, yeah, that's...
might make things slightly easier.
Yeah,
Okay,
that might be
yeah,
better.
no, let's go to see Marcus then.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, knowing they're going here, before they go in, Zora is going to pound into your head every single piece of information that is relevant. at the moment. So, you know, the whole purple worm thing, the fact it's defeated, we went down there, the aboleth, the portal thing, how that might possibly relate, etc. And he's gonna try, and he's gonna keep his distance if he can.
Okay.
He's wary of that guy at the moment.
Sherbert's going to knock on the door. And Arme is going to do it at the same time as well.
Oh, yeah. Right?
This bump.
Realize this door is unlocked, right?
No, it's still polite to knock.
Okay, fine. Well, judging by the hustle and bustle sounds on the other side of the door, no one is coming to open that door at any time, like, nearby. So, eventually you do actually open it yourselves and walk in to see the busyness going around. And stood inside of a sort of elliptical area void of everyone hustling and bustling around, almost like an eye, because this guy stood particularly in the exact pupil point, is the tall, silver-haired figure who immediately spins around and looks directly at Zora.
Sherbert's just going to step in front of Zora to block the line of sight. And he's going to keep eye contact and stroll forwards.
Okay.
I will stay
He's
behind. I will stay behind Senpai.
He's going to hold out his hand and go, Marcus, I presume. My name's Sherbert.
I think you have me confused with somebody else. But it does seem quite nice to see you there again, Mr. Zora.
He just sort of swallows heavily.
What shall I refer to you as, then?
You shall refer to me as nothing, but I shall know you quite well, Mr. Sherbert.
I see.
As
So
it
I
would seem, I am quite the busy man around here. You see, there's been quite a bit of damage done to the city over the past couple of weeks, and of course
Yes.
I have much work to be doing. But
Yes,
if
and
you'd
I
like to make
understand,
some
but it
kind
is
of a
because of-
bargain...
Sherbert's just going to kind of butt in with, yes, and I understand that it is from finding even more.
Muffet, you kind of stopped during that, so
Yeah, you froze. You're frozen now.
Oh dear.
it's a very constipated face.
Have we lost
It gets
Elliot?
funnier the more you look at it.
Oh, there's the pickle.
Yeah, we
Oh,
lost him.
Yeah. Well, there goes your ace in the hole, Andy.
Damn
I'm
it!
back.
Okay. Oh.
It just started raining quite heavily here, and then the
Oh,
internet
God.
nearly dies.
Okay, you basically like you cut out when you started the conversation pretty much. So
Okay. Sherbert's going to go, well, these people right behind me here are who are responsible for preventing even more damage being caused to your city. And I believe the reason why we're here is to report on that as we were told to do so. So, forgive me for my brevity here, but I do believe that it is a lot of your business, actually. Shall I roll diplomacy with that?
Kindly.
Fucking hell, this is really loud now. I don't know if you can hear this.
yeah, I can actually hear it on your side now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's fine.
I'll
It's fine. It's fine.
Wow, what a roll.
Very well then, make your ploy. But do make it rather quick, because I don't have much time.
Pardon?
Very well, make your ploy, but do make it quick, because I don't have much time.
Well, we've dealt with whatever was underneath the city. To speak in blunt terms, it was an ancient, old, and incredibly powerful abomination, which would have very easily destroyed the entire city had the party behind me not dealt with it quite spectacularly, I might add. Truly an epic tale that I would love to regale you with at some point, but alas, I can see we have not enough time. So, we were told by Lord Montague to report on all matters to do with this, and we have successfully closed the case and are coming here for our reward, which we were duly promised.
And what business of mine does that make it?
Well, we cannot see the Lord, you see.
You would wish then that I summon him here?
I would rather wish
Because I can
that you
certainly
would...
see about bringing him before you.
Well, that would be possible, but I'd assume that would also cause some great stress to the Lord. Rather, I would like to see that the actual start of this process is started off as soon as possible, and that when the Lord can see us as soon as possible, we might be able to arrange a meeting, as this is a matter of most import. We understand that, of course, there have been great troubles caused to the city, and as such, there is great work to be done, and we know that the Lord does not have enough time to see us at this moment. However, waiting a week does not seem satisfactory to us. We would rather hope that, seeing as we're the people who prevented the city from facing utmost destruction, we might kind of get a little bit of a pro bono situation and actually be able to get paid for it as soon as possible.
Well, if you're looking for your perfect reward, I can certainly see about getting it expedited. But of course this will take some small token of effort on my part. Now, perhaps we can make some kind of deal. Perhaps there's something that you could do to help alleviate this effort on my part.
Right, I've heard of this before. As I understand, you don't really want to go into what the terms of this deal are, do you?
Oh no, on the contrary, it should be quite a civil affair.
Will you explain the exact nature of this deal?
I simply require a piece of paper that happens to have gotten lost. I'm thinking you should know the look of it quite well. It should be fairly easy to find, I should think.
So you want
You
us
just
to
have to be in the right place.
So you want us to secure a piece of paper that you cannot otherwise reach, as it is probably under the protection of somebody who you might offend by doing this. We are expendable people who can secure this for you.
Well, on the contrary, I should think you quite inexpendable if you should manage to do this for me. And of course, if you were to not come back, then I would not be able to fulfill my side of the deal.
You see, my only problem with this matter is that it seems that we're going to awful lengths for you for such a small favour in comparison. Surely we could make...
Yes, I should think I'm being quite generous.
I don't think so. You see,
as you can see, I am quite busy here, so it would be very difficult for me at this time to leave and collect the piece of paper. So therefore, I require someone to go to this particular location and retrieve it for me.
Now, I'm sorry to say...
And in exchange, you shall have your time with the Lord. This seems quite amenable, don't you think? And of course, I would love to reward you for your efforts. So busy and stressful as they have been.
You do seem like a shrewd businessman, and I can respect that greatly. However, I don't see this as being a completely even trade. You see, we would see the Lord regardless, and we have no guarantee of exactly how much you can speed this up by. Not only that, you've proven yourself to be quite desperate to get this piece of paper, and as I believe I was told before, even when the place wasn't quite as busy as it is now, you were still looking for somebody to secure said piece of paper. So I believe that this isn't really a matter of you being unable to secure it as you're currently too tied up in affairs, but rather as you're unable to secure it. Which puts you in a rather vulnerable position, I believe.
But you are incredibly dull.
Thank you,
I believe you can find your own way out. As you can see, I am quite busy.
As I can see. Standing still in the centre of a room surrounded by clutter.
With that, the gentleman turns away from you, and the crowd surrounding them somewhat closes, and you sort of lose sight of them.
Fair enough. Right, I'm going to put on a show. Sherbet,
So,
never to
Tari,
be deterred.
Zora. I think Muffins is going a bit.
Muffins? You're moving, but...
Ish.
He's, like, freezing.
Hello?
Hello.
I think you're going a bit there, mate.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Mm.
I think I'm back.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Oh,
I am less.
Yeah.
I am less certain. We might have to call it there, but that is a fairly decent point to call it. I think.
I guess. I don't know, he seems fine. Unless, do you need us to, or...
I don't need you to, but
seems
we're
fine.
probably getting closer to things that like Monkey should be present for.
how does this sound?
Kind of okay.
Oh,
Okay,
You
well...
keep going blurry as well.
Tell you what,
so-
can we do this then?
Yeah.
Can we do whatever Muffins is about to do when his connection's okay? And then can we skip the day, meet Montague, sort out whatever's going to happen there, and then call it?
Yep.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Cool. Okay.
So Muffins, what is it you're trying to do? Speak to us, apparition.
connect.
Okay. What is it
I'm
you
currently trying to talk.
you wanted to put on a show? Oh! Damn.
Okay.
Nat
So-
20.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Just
So with a nat 20, what are you trying to do exactly?
I'm putting on a performance in the tavern.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were doing it directly in that room.
No. Sherbet's, he's vented some anger for today, and he understands that's just, two conflicting interests there. No, basically, before he said to those fans outside of the university that he'd be performing in the tavern that evening. So
Ah, I see.
that's going to be his performance in the tavern.
Okay, well that is an extraordinary performance, and
Hells
therefore
yeah.
you earn 3d6 gold in that one particular time. So let me see. You earn 11 gold from that.
I rolled it at the
Different
same
numbers,
time.
but same result.
Yeah. Nice.
How's that for a randomizer?
So I got 11 gold coins.
Bye, Dan.
That puts my gold to 28.
Bye, Dan.
Bye, Dan.
The buy spreads.
Bye.
Budweiser.
Jeez, that's going
Budweiser.
back a bit.
So, yeah,
Doing your ages there.
I now have 28 gold.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so you put on an absolutely amazing show. We wake up the next day, head towards the office.
Odo and Odo are still nowhere to be seen. You head back to the offices of the Lord, and you manage eventually to force your way to Lord Montague's office, where he is understandably mildly surprised to see you, because he was kind of expecting, like, one of the architects that's rebuilding the northeast side now. But, you can just force your way in.
Yep.
It's not like he's got other things to do right now.
Nope, we're forcing our way in. Fuck it.
But he's paying us to do this, so you know.
Yeah, where's my money?
To what do I owe the pleasure of your meeting?
Would anybody else like to take the lead, or?
Well,
To be honest, I'm completely blurring through all this, so.
Okay. I do believe that we're here for payment as to the matter of the giant purple worm and all the different causes of destruction that's been going on in the city, and how my
Mr.
party.
Sherbert, I'm not entirely certain exactly how this pertains to you.
Oh, you see, Ame Udro, and he's going to point to Ame Udro, has brought
Is
me along.
deceased, and therefore his contract is null.
No, he's come back alive. Either way, I've joined him, and we are here to represent the party in acquiring the accumulated wealth that they are to be owed. Mungo and Odo can't currently come at the moment. They are otherwise indisposed. I believe they're dealing with some ducks.
One half of that list has not been seen in a week.
Well, I mean, you know Mungo. I mean, Ame's going to poke his head in. He does often like to spend time in the fighting pits.
I know.
Zora sort of just pokes into it. I feel we're getting off of track. We have more information pertaining to the destruction and the worm.
Then if this is indeed the case, it would be to your advantage to spread it quickly.
Agreed. We took another trip down into the lair of where we found the purple worm and came across two interesting artifacts. One being of an aboleth, a pretty incredible creature which should have no need to be there, and from what we can tell, a portal of some kind emanating in flames and fluctuating its location. We possibly believe this may be the correlation, and we feel that this is probably where they came from. There is no other explanation.
In that case, I'm going to need the exact location of that portal.
If you wish, we could take you there, or whoever it is you wish to send.
I do not believe that will be necessary. Simply mark it on a map as best you can, and we shall investigate it ourselves. Beyond that, I shall begin organizing your payment.
Okay. Well, with that,
I believe you'll find it quite suitable.
Okay. Cool. Well, with
Ame is going to
with that, he'll take.
just going to slightly interject.
Okay, go on. No, you're not.
And
Sorry, I'm lagging.
Perfect.
I'm lagging a bit. You carry on.
Okay. Well, with that, being a sorcerer, I'm assuming he probably has a loose piece of paper or a book somewhere, something like that. And he'll probably take out a map of what he's come across and just try and mark it as best as he can. Do I need to do anything for that, or do I just do it?
Make a wisdom check to see if you can get the coordinates down right.
Okay.
I mean, as long as he can give action.
Actually, I believe wasn't Ame pretty damn good at doing that sort of thing?
it was
No.
magic, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? I was thinking
As it turns out,
No,
Ame
Alme spent like a week trying to get a single piece of like mapping done, and it was terrible.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
because of a
Yeah.
roll. That was because of a bad roll, though.
it was because of a
And
bad
that's
roll.
a good roll.
No, that's why I'm bringing it up. Well, I give the general location. You know, we enter the sewer. You know, okay. Well, you know, we enter the sewers up by the northwest, and we pretty much followed the tunnels down there, and I give the locations until we ended up down by where the old well location is, down by in the eastern area of the city. And then it pretty much.
You mean to say you have located the original well of the city?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
This is pretty much where all this has been emanating from.
Yeah, that's pretty much where it's led us.
Very well. If you would be so kind as to hand me that map, I'm sure we can get you squared away with your funds.
Wait a second. With the fact that we've found the original well, would this have any significance to you?
It will significantly increase the amount of pay I must give you. That well has been lost to the city for centuries.
Fantastic.
Alright, can I try? Actually, no, why am I doing that? Doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, fine. I'll hand it over. So I was just thinking, I'll see if I can make a mental note of it. I just told him where it is.
Yeah.
Ame Udro is going to perk up at this point. Now, as you can obviously tell, I've returned from the dead. I'd like to have my house back if I can arrange that, please.
Generally speaking, returning from the dead means that you are now alive.
Yes, I am alive. Technically. Depending on your stance. Arme's just going to stare at him.
You've dodged tax. We will take your house in payment, thank you.
If indeed you can demonstrate that you are in fact alive once again, then your property shall be summarily returned.
And how do you mean demonstrate that I'm alive? I'm
A
talking
pulse
to you.
might be a good start.
A pulse might be a bit difficult. I've always had a weak heart. You know, that's why my body was always so frail. Is so frail. Is still so frail. 1 sec. Okay.
Slice
Can
it.
Arme, right? Can Arme offer out his palm, right? And just thump his back every so often. Like do a bluff check to hide it.
That's more of a
See, my
sleight of
hustle,
hand.
mate.
That's an incredible sleight of hand there.
Is that sleight of hand?
It also wouldn't work.
Shit.
Shame we haven't got my next guy. He might be able to do it.
Any other ways that I could prove I'm still alive?
I imagine bleeding might work.
Where I'm a cynical character, I'd just stab you.
With the hat of disguise, if I were to cut myself, could I make it look like blood's appearing?
Nope.
Do you have any jam?
It affects only the appearance of your body and your clothing. It does not affect you can't make complex illusion like that.
How do I prove that I'm alive?
Do I not bleed? Oh, no, shit.
Yeah, ghouls don't bleed normal blood.
Ghouls don't bleed,
No,
period.
it's
They're
like
dead.
black.
They're walking corpses. Walking
Yeah.
cannibalistic corpses.
No, don't they have something that just falls out?
Yeah,
It's a
skin.
grey area.
Yeah.
Blackish sludge,
Mm.
potentially. If they're still kind of fresh.
Slapping the Lord of the City to demonstrate that you're at least corporeal is not going to go over well, Arrow.
Okay. Arme is going to say, providing you with a pulse might be a little bit difficult. Since I've returned, I haven't had one. However, I do understand where your inhibitions lie.
Inhibitions, you say.
And I do not fret. Ah, for fuck's sake.
Once again, your webcam is stuck looking rather unhappy and irritated.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, tell you, while he loads, can we organise how much payment each of us have got?
Yes, the sum total reward. Let me see, the full encounter will rank it being a 10, because you had to deal with the Aboleth as well. Spread across 4 people.
Well, we've got the worm, the aboleth, and the well now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus a bonus for finding the original well of the city means that the party is presently looking at 6,000 gold.
Each?
Split.
Damn
Nice try, though.
it. Okay. So 2,000 gold each then. Nice.
Considering that only 2 of the
1,500.
original
No,
Wow.
1,500.
Shut up.
Considering that only 2 of the original party members are still alive, technically it's 3,000 to each of them.
Yeah. What, 3,000 to each?
3,000 to the 2 surviving original team members. Legally,
Okay.
Odo and Tari are the only ones with an actual claim
Well-
to this money.
Yeah.
Zora being the character he is, he will actually just hand it to Magachi. So, Tari even, sorry.
You open a portal to the metaverse and pass it through.
I do. Hey, I wouldn't mind 3,000 gold.
No, quite well. Even in the
Really?
blue,
I
well
suggest that we split this equally, seeing as you have helped. Although Sherbet, I was just about to call you Lemon. Sherbet has had really no part in this.
I believe Arme deserves some, though.
Arme does, but Sherbet doesn't.
Arme
unfortunately.
Udro.
Echoes from the depths.
Arme's
So
holding
there's
out his hand.
Arme, me, Zora, and
Odo.
Odo. So yeah, it'd be 1,500. I suggest that we split it 4 ways.
Yay. Okay. I now don't have a pathetic amount of gold. Well, too pathetic. Do we get kind of like at the end of this? Do we kind of get like the long quest line experience gain?
No, you've been getting the experience gain throughout the entirety
Damn
of
it.
this.
Okay, well, the only thing we have to do
Is my internet back?
kind of and not.
You're now broadcasting to us from the 90s. Judging by your resolution. What about Eve? Doesn't she get some money?
No.
Well, she could.
She gets some premium dog food.
For some reason,
Right.
it just took off 15,000 on mine.
I'm just gonna drop for a second then.
Okay.
Right? When you say, like, just took off 15,000.
Yeah, I put it in the.
Oh, it's because that's your original total. Hang on. Plus. So. There we go. You added it to a negative.
Okay. Right, thank you.
I now have 1,835 gold.
Yay! I have
Yo.
5,787.17 gold.
Good lord, I'd be spending that on something.
I'm back.
Amazing.
Thank
I
you.
don't
art.
understand why Victor's didn't take Eve with him, because she'd have died.
Yeah, he left her
Yeah.
with Odo because he doesn't want her to die.
It's quite one thing to go from, like, a warm climate to a colder climate to the Antarctic, and quite another to go from a warm climate to the Antarctic within a few steps.
Yeah. I'm
So
back.
if Eve had made the transition there, she probably wouldn't have survived it going backwards.
Yeah.
Not as well, anyways. So
Anyway,
it's just better for her to stay.
So, I'm back. My video is frozen, but don't worry about that. Arme's basically going to assure Lord Montague that he is in perfect control of his body, has no cannibalistic urges, is in fact undead, does not have a pulse, but has come back, and is also sanctioned by Tari, a paladin. But he's going to kind of whisper this.
Right. That's still not a qualifier. The undead do not have legal claim over their living property in Edgekirk.
Okay, so would my will still be in effect?
Your will would have been in effect when you died. Since you're since you're not, like, dead, you could maybe argue that it's null, but you're not
Well,
alive either, so strictly speaking, it still applies.
Seeing as Arme Udro's will specifically stated to nobody, it was to stay for him,
Right.
is mine.
You can argue this, but as far as the state's concerned, you're a corpse.
We will take this to court if need be.
Well, you do have you do have a hearing next week.
are we gonna have like a stream of like Phoenix Wright But ghoul.
Well, Arme
It'll just be an
basically
undead
says,
rights march.
Yeah.
Well, basically, Arme's meticulously returned from a know that I do not have a pulse, and as such, the Lord's officers are discriminating against me. People without pulses are still people, and I deserve my family home. I cannot have the legacy of the Arme Udros end with me.
The legacy of the Arme Udros, so every single one of your family
male
members is called
has
Arme
been called
Udros.
Arme Udro.
Arme Udro is your last name?
No, Arme Udro is my full name. It's just every single male member in a male member of family in history has been called Arme Udro.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, because you've got Mungo, who's also family.
He's not family.
Oh, it's Baldric. Baldric's family.
Baldric wasn't family.
Baldur's not family either.
They-
Baldur's
they-
a retainer.
Wow.
No, I'm saying Mungo is Baldric's family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I got mixed up with.
So, I think Arme is actually going to mention that as well. He says, well, we will be taking this to court, but I was simply offering you the opportunity to settle this all rather faster. Seeing as we have a semi-positive working relationship as well, I was hoping that you might be able to grant us some leeway. However, I see with someone such as the Lord, obviously such matters are beneath you. And you're kind of...
I must uphold the laws of this city to the best of the ability and to the best benefit of every citizen.
And
I cannot waver to the wills of a single corpse.
was I not
Whether
a
they are
citizen
talking to me or
before?
not.
Was I not a citizen before, though?
Yes.
And did I not pay my taxes?
When you were alive, you paid all manner of taxes.
When
You
I
were
was
afforded
alive?
all manner of rights. When you die, those rights cease.
You see, though, what happens with holy resurrection?
There is no such thing.
I'd say contrarily. Don't we believe that, certain avatars of gods and stuff have resurrected before by the powers of their things? Or are you saying that you are not theistic?
I do not know of what legends you speak, but they have no bearing upon the legal system of Edgington. Edgekirk, sorry. Getting my series mixed up now.
Lord Montague, I fear that maybe you've been running the wrong city this entire time. Edgington is just next door. Can I have my house back now?
While this is going on, can I do two things? Can I first roll a spot to try and see if I can see any different or any interesting documents on his desk while I'm standing there? And
Go ahead.
While he's
Not
sort of...
give in to him.
No, but I want to see if I can... I don't know, I just want to progress, see if I can see anything. I'm just interested to see if
ahead,
there's
roll it
anything
then.
there. Yeah.
Okay, as you are glancing across the Lord Montague's desk, there's a fair amalgam of different papers on it. Some of them concerning economical sanctions. Some of them are concerning the reconstruction efforts in the Northeast. A couple are extremely old, it looks like, and they are marked with the symbol that you can recognize as being on the front door of the Department of Marcus.
Okay. I was going to do the second thing, but it's actually null and void now. Okay, well, continue. I'll take note of it.
Okay, well, basically at this time, Arme is still going to be casually arguing with Lord Montague. Sherbert's going to get involved as well, trying to, meet this out with some diplomacy. He's going to be trying to arguing the benefits of returning Arme Udro's house to him. And saying how Arme would continue to pay taxes as if he was a living citizen, despite the fact that as an undead, he no longer needs to pay taxes.
You would be correct.
He also...
However, as a member of the undead, you are also not legally able to hold office. Politically or otherwise.
That is certainly true, but as a member of the undead, I'd say that almost all laws pertaining to your citizens would not apply to him if you're going by the same fact that he has no rights. That does mean that you could therefore retain him. However, I don't see that as looking good on your character, seeing as he has come here with good intention.
Under the strictest rule of the current law as it stands, all reanimated undead such as yourself are to be considered to be under the command of those who reanimated them. This is in line with the current knowledge of necromantic efforts. This therefore means that you cannot hold your own property, as you are not in fact in control of your actions, however much you may appear to be. However, the summary treatment of such creatures is that I am to have them reported immediately to certain divine factions amongst the paladin orders of the city for summary execution.
I see.
However, as you can see, I do have quite a bit of paperwork to get through, so I don't believe that that will come down in any reasonable time of the future.
Zoinks.
Are you
Runs
quite
out.
done?
That's basically like an officer saying, "I can't help you," but leaving the files on the table while he goes to get coffee. Lion, your webcam's flickering.
It's fine for me.
Fine for me as well.
No,
Oh,
it was like
gonna be
it was like
silent
your light
there
was
for a while.
flickering.
Oh. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the white balance. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm meant to be silent there for a while, thinking.
Shall we leave it there? I think.
Mhm.
So I think we'll leave it there.
They took his house. They took his payment.
And they're about to take his own life if he's not careful.
He gave his life for this city.
That's pretty much a threat. Pretty much just saying.
Elliot, read Skype.
I don't believe so. That was my intention before. I was going to see if Arme could modify his will.
I've gone to the advert. So
Okay.
again, because we're one person less, ignore where the cameras are.
Yes, Gorilla, I am aware of this.
Yes. You are acutely aware of this, in fact.
I mean, Lime, there would be no way to transfer the house into Sherbert's name, would there?
Depending on who presently has ownership of it, legally speaking, it's possible.
In the will, Arme literally left it to himself.
Thing is, you can leave the things in your will, but if they're not lawfully possible.
If the person who is receiving them is dead, then they pass to the state.
Well,
Yeah.
isn't it kind of a case like if I left in my will, when I die, could you please go and kill this person? It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. Strictly speaking, a last will is actually more of a suggestion than anything else. Legally speaking, they don't hold much sway. Which is why you can stipulate how you want your funeral to be done in your will, and people can completely ignore it.
Have they seen Arme Udre's will?
Logically, yes.
Mm-hmm.
If they haven't seen your will, then your statements are void because they can't have been taken out.
Yeah. Would I know
Also,
where
Muffins, could you do me a quick favor?
Yep.
Point directly beneath yourself. Right. Now, people, if you look beneath Muffins, underneath my title, you'll be able to see that there is, in fact, a new link down there, which is Patreon. I'm now running a Patreon, and it's running really, really remarkably well. I'm kind of amazed.
It is.
But if, on a monthly basis, you have some spare change that you could, help support your DM over here, your friendly, kind DM who gives people lots of money and experience and fun, head on over
But
to
not their houses.
patreon.com/lying.
How's about the question? No, in all seriousness, it is doing very well and more than deserve it, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's actually pretty good rewards.
Yeah, I spent 4 days agonizing over what those should be.
Oh,
Who should go what at what level, that kind of thing.
there you go. Fuzz has actually linked it.
Hey!
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
Buzz.
And for
There
mine,
you go. Good job.
mine and Monkey's channel, as you can see just below, seeing as I'm split between the two.
Yep.
Yeah, Monkey is currently working on their snapshot videos as they're coming out each week, so go check those out and all of his news stuff. And I was currently part of a UHC with the patchwork guys, so that started. We started showing those today, and they'll be coming out every couple of days. So go check out on my channel there. There we go. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
I like trains.
You do.
You have a Twitter.
Very
Yeah,
In
proud
fact,
of you.
just intriguingly, we're actually arranged like on the advert there in order of number of links.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally did that on purpose.
See, I kind of believe it.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. I'm lying through my teeth.
I know, but it just actually seems feasible.
My bluff is that high. Is it?
Holy shit. I feel like this might be a mission to find Arme's original will and to modify it. Because it'll be in Arme's own handwriting.
That's against the law, though.
Yeah, that's
I don't think
falsification of a legal
that's
document.
illegal.
I don't think he
Yeah.
cares.
Right, but if Arme did that, right, and wasn't discovered in the process of it, it would be written in Arme's handwriting, right? Because it would be written by Arme. Who is in fact a dead person, so, you know, it can't be done. He'd probably just write it really small. And, you know, Arme would just go to Lord Montague. I do believe that if you read the fine print, Lord Montague, that I actually entrusted this all to my dear friend Sherbert here.
Well, I can't say that because he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, that might be a plan.
Well, you don't want to be saying it right now. You're in his office.
No, I know he's not going to be saying it right now. I'm saying that might be a plan. Go and modify the will, and then come back all cocky like.
Oh dear.
I think we'll have to find out exactly like what plan you come up with next time.
Mm-hmm.
I've got no idea what to do. Truthfully, I just want my house back.
Also, because I like teasing, I did actually do a quick picture of another family member.
Oh,
Shit!
oh snap, son! Do you get to see it?
The line went for the same general effect, but
I am giving 0 details, but everything on him has a reason to be there. That's as much as you're
Ooh.
getting.
Okay, jeez.
what's that weird pink thing poking out from under his hair?
An ear.
Where is this?
It's on the stream.
I thought it was a nose.
Oh, okay.
No, his nose is on the
He's a
front.
very deformed creature.
Yes, I can see. He's got a terrible case of fairy-itis. Just surrounded
He's
by
also
it.
got a case of
as far as
space.
I'm leaving
Your
that.
family is obsessed with masks.
Well, two
Well,
of them.
not
The
really.
first one wasn't.
2 of them, yeah. As I said, there is a reason that he has it on.
Victor
But I will
certainly
leave
didn't
it-
have a mask.
I will leave it. Well, depends on what you classify as
Yeah.
a mask.
Didn't have that kind of mask, at least.
Okay. Anyway, thank you to everyone for coming along as per usual. Thank you to Lying for crafting us this world and paying us this time. We actually got paid.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Technically speaking, the original quest is now over.
It
Yeah.
took us
Oh,
25 streams to get one quest to bring on the next.
Yeah.
Well, at least it didn't take you an entire stream to get up a cliff again. That's never gonna get lived down.
Thank you, to,
Only took around about a year.
thank you to Muffins and Makachi for coming along, and of course, Glowing Ball Leon Chan for replacing Odo.
We miss Monkey.
Temporarily. He'll be back next time, we're sure.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's starting to grow on me actually.
I think next week, actually, isn't that Insomnia?
Yeah.
It
But
is
Not
indeed, yes.
It won't make a difference because I'll be back by the time.
Yeah,
it
me
starts,
and Monkey aren't going either, so.
Also, I've just noticed Daniel up on the donators thing.
He was there last time.
Really?
What's this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I added little Daniel up there cheering.
Oh right,
He's cheering for everybody. Look at him.
nice one.
I know, right? Anyway, I think we should probably call it there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Thank
idea.
you very
Bye.
much. We'll catch you all next time.
We will indeed.
Ciao.
Okay.
Is it over?